Soul chaser. Soul chaser. Chaser.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Yes, sir. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. Excited. It feels like a new start for myself. It feels like a brand new start right now. I have a new place. Things are finally finished. We're moving right now in. We're trying to fix a lot of different things still. But we're going to take things to the next level. This just gives me new energy, new vibes to crush it for you guys. And I could not resist, of course, by at the same time coming up with a lot of new ideas for the Limitless Trading Academy, for the YouTube channel, for you guys. Possibly even more winning trades. Let's put it this way. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm extremely excited here. Yes, indeed, we bought a new place here. Worked on it for a couple months and it's starting to look very nice. We have a lot of ground to cover, a lot of things to fix here yet. But I didn't want to miss a stream, obviously because of you guys. I just miss you guys when I don't stream for a couple days. It's literally that crazy right here. Okay, let's see what we have in the building, and let's just keep moving forward right now. Let's go into the charts. Let's make some trades today. Hope you guys are ready. Keep in mind, of course, this week is a very important week here. We have the FOMC meeting coming up tomorrow. Okay, so expect a little bit of crazy price action, a lot of consolidation, and so on and so on. Besides that, we have made some pretty decent trades over the last couple of hours already. So we're gonna go over this as well. But let's see what we have in the building. Let's see what we have. I see Benzema, my man, amazing. Welcome. Jack in Russia, welcome. Soul Catcher. Vicky, what's up? Zoolander says the boss. You are the boss, my man. Great having you here as well. I'll talk to you guys later. By the way, I got so many private messages as well. We'll come back to you for each and every one of you a little bit later, especially after this stream right here. So Frank, my man, hope you're doing well. Dries, Lazarus, Ardit, Gazo, Khalid, David, morning, my man. Well, 8 p.m. here. Pretty much morning for me right now, indeed. Lorenzo, let's open this news week. Yes, sir, absolutely. Let's do it, Steven. Seahawks, what's up, my man? As always, game over, Hash Brown. GG, yes, sir. Patrol, amazing. Okay. Let's get it going. Guys, for sure. Number one thing that we need to focus on right now is quickly go over the news. We have a couple of very important things that we need to go over right now. And one of these things right here is, of course, the FOMC meeting tomorrow, all right? It's going to be hectic. It's going to be super important as well for the dollar. The dollar has, in my opinion, been doing very well, but we're going to go over a potential reversal here in a second. That's at least what I personally think that could happen when looking at the current stage right there. All right, we're going to talk about this in a second. We have some more news coming very soon here. It's the JOLTS openings of March right there. And then we have, the CPI already today, yet the year-over-year CPI of the euro. So we saw some crazy price action as well a couple hours ago for that. 7% is expected, so nothing spectacular from that angle right here. Further tonight, we have the Australian dollar retail sales. Nothing really spectacular. However, tomorrow, all right, tomorrow is going to be, again, one of these days, okay? One of these days where we talk about the non-farm employment. We're going to talk about the PMI. We're going to talk about the FOMC statement and the interest rate decision. And of course, the most important part, the press conference, where usually all the magic actually happens here, all right? So, any expectations for your end, let me know. I would love to hear your opinion as well as, your overall view of the market right here. And besides that, guys, some other very important stuff that I need to discuss with you right now is that our V2 is going to close after the stream. All right, the button is gonna be turned off here. That means that the website will be offline. You have no chance anymore to buy through the website. However, because I just moved into a new place right now at this specific moment, I'll give it a couple more days where you guys cannot just do it through the website any longer after tomorrow, but you can still contact the customer support and we maybe can get it sorted there for a couple more days, 2 or 3 days, and that's it. Then it's absolutely done. There is no more chance we're going to open up the V2 any longer, and we're going to launch the V3 in a couple of weeks later. Okay, the V3 is going to be a monthly or yearly model, so it's a completely different game. So if you want to still get into the V2, then this is your really your last shot right now to get your chance into our private live streams, our educational events, our signals are going to get released, and all of that kind of beautiful stuff as well here. Okay, we're talking more about swing trading and all of that stuff as well. Okay, just with that said, let's dive into the charts. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we had a couple of beautiful trades today already. I have to say, I was looking at a couple of beautiful trades. I traded GJ only today. I had a one loss, pretty much one loss. I think, yes, we had a loss. Where is my loss? Let's see where my loss was. Anyways, we had a loss and a couple of wins when we had a GJ buy. We cashed out, I think, roughly around 2% in total. A couple of minor orders, take profits, and so on and so on. And I think that was running very well. And I think this is currently what I really like to see or look at as well, is of course also indeed GJ. I do like GJ a lot here. For the rest, I am in a GU long right now as well, guys. I'm in a GU long right here already. The reason why was because of the dollar. Okay, we're going to talk about the dollar right now and what's currently going on that end here. But the reason why I ended was pretty much we saw that consolidation, we saw that expansion, we saw that retracement, and then we started to consolidate here. But it had more to do with the dollar itself than actually the fact that the British pound is doing extremely well here. The dollar is just at a very crucial area of actually supply right here. Let me go over the dollar real quick with you guys, because if you look at on the 1 hour chart here, what do we see? Well, we see first of all that the dollar has been going up pretty consistently overall. Yes, we had these like upward momentum, we had a down move, we had an up move, we had a down move, and every single time we managed to break new highs here, which is quite surprising here. But if you zoom out a little bit more and we come back to this overall structure right here, this high and this swing low, we're kind of ranging in between this whole range right there right now. So if you draw the Fibonacci from swing high to swing low right here, then we see that we are in a crucial zone. Okay, we are right now at this specific moment in the 17.5, 79% Fibonacci area. We came into that zone right here, and now we're actually looking to come back down potentially a little bit here. So this is what I'm personally aiming for a little bit right now, that could potentially happen. Another reason why is because of this particular zone right here within that particular range. You see clearly already that we had that beautiful bearish, bullish, bearish bias. We had that beautiful area of supply. We had that retest of that area of supply, and then we had that massive rejection right there. Okay, so that's one of these reasons that I know, okay, hey, this is already a confluential zone. Yes, it's already mitigated once, but this could also act, in my opinion, as a confirmation, and therefore could potentially be very, very good as well here. Okay, so this is where we at right now. What happened? We tapped into that zone on the 1 hour chart. We created an indecisive candle, and the next candle was a pretty significant leg to the downside here. Now we're trying to retest the 70.5, and I think personally that it could still go in either direction. I mean, it could be definitely the case that we still make at least one more push up. We are not breaking any lows whatsoever. But if you look internally, okay, yes, it's kind of a different story, because then we saw that pretty much this area of consolidation, we had the breakthrough. However, I wanted this low to be taken out. But we were already in a long before when we broke down right here. That was the moment pretty much when we came towards that level. But if you look at it right now, this is what I really want to see getting broken, which is the 102.065. I think this is a quite a good range. Or let's say we come back to one of these levels right here right now. And let me highlight this for you a little bit better. This particular zone right there, it is at the 102.240. If you get a rejection or some sort of rejection here, and we're gonna go down, I'm more than happy to to take a new position, potentially even on GU as well here, due to the fact that what we are doing right now at the moment is we are building, and I think you guys can see it as well here. So very beautiful, clear liquidity right now, to the downside. And usually when I see this happen, it's a matter of, okay, when are we gonna come down? When are we gonna take this out? And is there a potential trade that aligns with the dollar at that specific moment. I think that this is potentially something interesting to look at, the dollar itself right here. And then of course we have indeed, you know, GU, yeah, practically coming down right now already to our entry. Just because of the fact that the dollar is coming up right now here. So if we break even here on this position, then what I'm willing to do is potentially, keep in mind this is a remaining position, that we can come down a little bit more and look for potential re-entry as well. So I'm looking at the dollar for sure. I want to see what that is going to do over the next couple of minutes. Let's say 15-30 minutes from now, just before the news as well here. And then we have the yen. Okay, the yen also is in an area of supply at this specific moment. We came down, we came up, and we came down again, got rejected on the lower time frame. Right now is not looking particularly strong in my opinion as well here. We have created a lower low here. Okay, we have broken that structure. We came up and it was very hard to break this high. And now we're kind of ranging here and constantly getting rejected by new areas of supply here. So the yen is not looking particularly strong on the lower time frame in my opinion. So this also means that potentially again, what I was already doing earlier, you know, looking at GJing, that kind of stuff, potential opportunities as well on that end as well for the yen, besides, you know, just the dollar. And then the last one, let's say the dollar is coming down, okay, and we have that confirmation, and then the volatility index is also coming down, right? We're seeing that rejection right there on the 15-minute. We came down, we got rejected here, so it's actually 10-minute chart, I believe. Yeah, it's either on a low time frame. We created a higher high, we broke the low. Now we're ranging a little bit on that level right here. It's not really convincing yet, but combine that with the dollar coming down here, volatility index coming down, and in my opinion, we can start looking at potential scenarios where we can maybe start looking at short-term longs here. But just in my opinion, from a scalping perspective here. Okay, that's the only reason why I personally would look for a potential indice setup on the US30 or the S&P 500. I would not potentially look at the Nasdaq. That's because of the, you know, I think that we're already quite overextended right there. Also on the lower time frame and that combination. So you see that the US30, the Dow Jones, and the Nasdaq are kind of like synchronizing, not as strong anymore as they did before. So that's why I think it's important to keep a close eye on each one of those individually. Okay, let me know if you have any questions right now before we start with actual trading here. And if you do, then yeah, let's do it right now, because this is the perfect moment to just go over a couple of charts, to look at some setups, to might be able to take a position here, to secure yourself hopefully before the news, and see where the session brings us right there. What do you guys think about that? Korea says, what is your guys' daily target? I do not really have a target in general, my man. I don't think that a target is kind of the bread and butter. I think what you need to do is focus on the charts, and you know, you can set a target for yourself. But if you're gonna chase the target when the opportunities are not there, you know, you can kind of like contradict yourself a little bit. So be aware of that, okay? And then it should be good. It should be fine. Lorenzo, will there be signals in the V3? It will be included. So yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit later about what the V3 actually offers here. But one of these things is going to be a kind of a service where we can provide that, possibly with an optional function as well. But it will make sense a little bit later. What Forex pair will we be trading today? I think I will focus on the potentially GU, GJ, and maybe gold here. Maybe gold. Indices so far, not 100% sure yet. Thoughts about the EURJPY? We can talk about the EURJPY for sure. Let's go over the EURJPY indeed. Let's see what we have right here. Let me put on some music as well. I was not listening to it myself. There we go. There we go. Something else right here. All right. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. There we go. I think we want to take something like. No. There we go. Okay. Euro Japanese yen. Let's go over that one indeed. Let's do that. Brad Green says EURUSD, very good correlation. That's a good idea. If that's the case, then we should definitely focus on the EURUSD and not only GU. So that's something that we can definitely take in consideration here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. The yen is not particularly looking strong right now. And at the same time, you see that the euro against the yen is actually doing very, very well. We're breaking highs here. We're building liquidity there. It was actually looking very, very good. Beautiful what I'm seeing so far on the euro against the yen right here. I think that we held actually quite well support. I think on the 30-minute chart we had a zone right here. We made a massive expansion, by the way, but we tapped eventually into this initial zone right there. We came back towards that area, bounced from it perfectly right there. On the lower time frame right now, we're starting to look a little bit better due to the fact that the yen itself is starting to look a little bit more weak. So this is the 10-minute. It's actually the 3-minute right here. I'm always looking for the right candle structures right here, as you guys know. The candle structures are telling us exactly potentially where we can bounce from. That's the first thing we're looking at. After that, it's all about the market structure, the liquidity, and everything around that as well here. Okay, so internally, my question will be now, okay, what put in the last low? Well, we see that pretty much that high is already broken here. That is previous high right there. We have broken that. So far we're looking good. Just waiting on the yen. Is there a chance that the yen can pull back one more time? I do believe it's possible here, but so far we're not looking particularly strong whatsoever here. Maybe could have held my my GJ position a little bit open a little bit longer, because I had a significant amount of positions here on my GJ. So that's kind of interesting right here. So yeah, for now, for the EURJPY, in my opinion, it's too late to enter long at the moment. I think entering right here is a little bit on the late side. So either wait for retracement, wait for alignment with the yen, and then potentially move forward from there. Akini says, I find it hard to hear you. Okay, let me know if it's better. Okay, if not, I can kind of fine tune a couple of things right here to make sure it's better in the long term. We're moving, we moved places here, so it's a little bit of a different room. That could also be the case, that the sound is a little bit different. But if it's really bad, then let me know right now, because I can fix it. Okay. Perfect. Okay. EURJPY is indeed looking quite decent right here now, and the Japanese yen is looking quite weak as well. So keep a close eye on the yen and how it now at this particular moment performs right here. Okay, a new low would be great if it could break, and that's the 7,585. If we're gonna do this in this tempo, I'm gonna be very bullish on GJ for sure as well. And the dollar, look at what the dollar is doing, guys. The dollar is now getting rejected at the 70.5. So yes, we have this zone here. Okay, we have an area of supply right there, which is important. But if you look at the 70.5 right here, you can see clearly already that this zone is already acting as some sort of rejection point right here. So let me go back real quick to euro and the yeah, let's start with the EURUSD and let's see what we have here. Ah, there's an old chart I see now. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Are you in any trades, Lorenzo? I just exited any position, all my positions here. All right, we made some good money on GJ, but this is a good thing because now we can look for some setups together. Okay, we're bouncing from the 50. We came from the 50% here. I do like what I see. I think personally that I want to see potentially the dollar coming up slightly more. That would be the ideal case scenario for me. If that could happen, I would be very, very satisfied by coming up a little bit more, building more liquidity right here, tapping into one of these zones, and then getting that rejection right there. And then the euro coming down a little bit more, actually, one more time, and then breaking that internal high again. So we can then from there actually start looking at particular, new setups, somewhat in that range. So let's say we bounce from here, coming into that zone, and then breaking that high, and then looking for any positions right here. I think this could align very well. I think the euro indeed is showing us some possibilities here. Also, if you look at the 10-minute chart, usually this signals that we're kind of like building also a lot of liquidity to the upside here. So yes, I do find it very interesting indeed on the EURUSD right now. And I think we are indeed coming closer and closer to more of a particular breakout or an outcome here. When the dollar is stepping into that zone or is already getting rejected here. I'm very curious how we react right now at this particular level. That first zone of that particular range where we broke down towards to, okay? Very curious how that will react and how the euro US dollar actually reacts. On top of that, also let me go back. The VIX is coming down here, okay? So that's one thing that we were looking at as well. The volatility index, we're gonna go back to that in a second here. But when looking at the euro, yeah, the euro is indeed making strong, kind of a W-shaped recovery. No double bottoms here, just a double-shaped recovery right here, creating an internal higher high. I do see more potential indeed in the dollar coming up, coming down, the euro US dollar coming up here. It's all about the right entries though. This is what we're looking for. What is the right entry we can look at? Overall, if you look at this in general, we are in some quite choppy price action right now at the moment. But that's obviously not really a surprise here, due to the fact that you guys have seen that tomorrow is of course the FOMC meeting. I have literally not traded the the London session today. I don't know anything about the London. So brief me a little bit here. Of course, I've quite looked a little bit back into the charts and so on and so on. But it's always different when you're not actively trading it, which I usually normally do here. So I'm very curious to you guys how price was acting and reacting. Because I know many of you guys trade to London as well here. Brother, where's the yellow light which you have behind your background? We're in a new room, my man. We are in a new place, completely new place here. All right. I built a new place for ourselves. We reconstructed it, and we're still in like some construction here. So I'm definitely, very excited. Okay, keep a close eye on GU here as well. At the 124.664. If there is a trade opportunity, of course, we take it. Just want to keep you guys informed right now in regards to the dollar first. Okay, what is the dollar going to do here? Are we going to see rejection here? Are we going to just smash through all these levels? What is going to happen? We will find out very, very shortly. I'm actually very curious what will happen around this level. Lorenzo, do you have a pool? Yes, sir. We have a pool. We have a pool. We have a pool. We have a garden. I'm gonna make a beautiful video for you guys very, very soon. What does the VIX chart tell you? Right now, the VIX chart is telling me that we are getting rejected and that we're starting to look a little bit weaker, which could indicate more short-term bullish momentum for the indices, especially when the dollar confirms the same bias as the volatility index. So that's what I'm waiting for. I need to have more information right now from the dollar. Once the dollar gives me that information I'm looking for, boom, we got what we need and we can start executing some trades here. Okay? That's what we're doing here. All right? 400 views, 465 watching and 400 likes already in the first, what? 30 minutes. That's insane, guys. That's really, really crazy. I have to deliver now. I have to deliver, Kind of feeling the pressure a little bit, you know what I mean? Gonna make sure that we're gonna look for some trades. We're not gonna force anything. But guys, you know me. That's gonna be, it's gonna be completely fine. Okay, dollar in the first zone. Okay? We're waiting for that flip. That's all we're waiting for. That gives me an indication. When we're seeing a potential flip happening, boom, we look at GU, we look at EU, and we take that synchronization and we execute a scalp right there. Okay, that's all we're gonna do. First reaction, important. The dollar is right now tapping into that zone. Look at that first zone right here. We had that zone marked. Is this a rejection point right now? Let's see if this could be a rejection point, or if we are not there yet. Let's find out very, very soon. If it is, the only thing that we want to see is this low getting broken, the 102.189. We know that there is a bunch of liquidity below. Okay, so that's a good sign. The euro is coming down. Okay, the euro is coming down right now towards these levels right here. Building what we wanted to build. Also some liquidity to the upside. Okay, beautiful combination. Beautiful combination right here. We have a 5-minute zone here. I do like that zone, by the way. I do like it a lot here. Which is also roughly around the 62%. Okay, the 618. We are coming down. Is it that we're getting rejected? Yes, sir. The euro is reacting very bullish to that. Okay. So also, when you are trading, in general, make sure that when you are looking at a trade setup, just see how it moves, how it reacts. If the price action is good, if the actual order flow is just running smooth and correctly. Right, that's what we're looking for. But right now you see how quick the euro is reacting and responding to that zone here. This is absolutely a fantastic reaction here, and that's what we see right now happening. The dollar is getting rejected at that marked out zone right here that we had. The question is, will it be good enough to break a low and take out the liquidity below that? Is that a possibility here? I do believe so. I do believe so. And when you look at the EURUSD and GU, the euro is, in my opinion, looking way better, way stronger as well. So look at that. Look at the combination of the euro right now, coming to that zone, coming back to that high here. This is definitely an important high to take in consideration right there. Coming into that zone, potentially see that it can break it. That would be the nicest breakout for me possible, because of the fact that we came, we consolidated, we came up, we started to build more liquidity right now. There we go. It's actually starting to look very, very good. Okay, the euro and the dollar. Let's break the low. You're taking any position, bro? I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. So far, it's looking very, very nice. The dollar is coming down. The euro is coming up. The alignment is very well. It's better than GU. GU looks way weaker than the euro does. However, of course, we're going to face some serious resistance here. And why? Well, we have that zone right here. We have this area of supply right here internally. It's just an internal zone that we're getting rejected from. We need to break up, in my opinion, above it. So like a quick breakout and a close above that particular white level right here. All right, just this white line. Let me make it a little bit more clear. That level right there. If we close above it after we swiped pretty much that particular area of supply here, I will be very, very satisfied. Why? Because then I know it's not a liquidity swipe, taking out the liquidity and then coming back down again. Because there are a lot of stop losses potentially there built. Because people are building shorts right now as well around that level. So I want to see that getting taken out, potentially an actual breakout, closure above. Then I know, okay, this zone is completely invalidated. Potential longs are likely with the dollar breaking the lows, of course. That combination will give us a beautiful setup. Gonna risk maybe 0.5% on my balance. So let's see how that goes. Are there any traders who trade the dollar? Yes, I know some guys that do. Personally, I never do trade the dollar. I don't really like to trade the dollar because I like to use it only as a tool of kind of an indirect indication. My way of looking at the market, my way of looking at how the market moves, how this pair is reacting to that pair or that individual asset, and so on and so on. And based on that, trying to catch that synchronization and execution from there. Are you funded? I'm not funded now. I'm trading with my own money. Okay. Gold also making higher, and now finding support. Okay, that's a very good point here. For gold, I was more looking at this particular move right here. Okay, look at gold. By the way, I wanted to come back down towards this zone. I've totally forgot about it. Thank you for telling me that I wanted to come down towards either the 50% here, okay, which is 9084.3-ish, or potentially coming down to the 50-minute, coming down, bouncing at the 1982.3. Looking for some sort of setup there, then go to the lower time frame, knowing that we're starting to build a lot of liquidity right now. Also to the upside, you know, coming down and then particularly coming and then breaking highs, going long, stop loss underneath the low, and then potentially looking for higher targets. Yes, if the dollar breaks the low, it can help us as an extra confluence here. I think the gold itself can push a little bit more down. At least this is what I would love to see right now. You know, coming into play here, tapping into that zone, maybe the 618. If otherwise, maybe the 50% here. But let's see from there. Depending if the dollar already broke that zone, if we're seeing true potential with the with gold right here. Okay, so see what's gonna go happen right now based on the dollar. The dollar needs to break the low. Based on that, we are gonna find out very quickly what we can do. You know, EURUSD is breaking it right now. Okay, so this zone is potentially getting broken. It's a good first start in my opinion. That's number one. The other one is definitely not GU at the moment. That's definitely not the case right now. So the dollar is where it's at right now. Please, what time frame are you using? Look at the watermark in the back, please. Okay. If it's not clear, I can make it a bit more visible for you if you want. I'm always switching behind, you know, in time frames right here. I'm never just focusing on one time frame. I'm always switching around. I care not that much about, you know, time frames. I care more about the candle structures. And I'm looking for the alignment from there. Okay, I want to see the dollar come below. So waiting for a lower low here. Right there. First initial rejection was good. Okay, we're still following this range right now at the moment. So we're not there yet, and this is what I mean with the EURUSD. No need to FOMO in yet. We need to wait for the break above. A lot of stop losses above here as well. So these are not even taken out yet. So that's what you want to see first. You want to take this out, then you want to close above here. So you make sure that you don't FOMO in. And the actual execution will be there. And another confluence why we didn't enter EURUSD was, of course, because of the dollar. The dollar has not broken the low yet. The dollar needs to break that low. That's the only possibility for us to move forward and to actually start looking for setups. Japanese yen is chilling. Okay, the Euro JPY can come down. Would wait for this for sure. And it gives more time for gold to come back down a little bit more as well. So everything is aligning. Patience is what we're looking for right now. Dollar getting support from the 15-minute fair value gap here. What I personally see is that right now the dollar is indeed creating higher highs and higher lows. So there is no significant weakness yet for the dollar here. Okay, let me put that for sure straight here from the beginning. When we look at the 1 hour charter, we have only created higher highs and higher lows here. So there is indeed no a significant weakness. However, if you go to the lower time frame, I'm starting to see potentially some more weakness right here, and it just starts with internal lower lows of each particular, you know, range, internal ranges, external ranges, and then based on that we can start looking for the next step. And that's why we're scalping right now. Because this is potentially what can benefit us. And with a bit of luck, I mean luck, we will turn that scalp into a bigger position. But that totally depends. That is not really what we're looking for at the beginning. The beginning is all about getting that first trade in, securing yourself whenever needed, taking some profits right there, and then moving forward based on the outcome. So the dollar is where it starts, in my opinion, because gold is kind of related to that. I was seeing that the euro is kind of related to that better than GU is. You see, oh, wow. If you look at the dollar and you see, oh, euro US dollar is reacting way stronger to the upside when the dollar is coming down than GU did. Okay, maybe euro USD is more interesting than GU. It's pretty straightforward, but it's pretty much that simple. If you look at the expansion of the dollar, which pair related to the dollar is reacting the best? Okay, is GU, is it EU, is it maybe AU? We haven't looked at AU yet, but like, what is it, right? That's what we're looking for. All right. Held there in support. Consolidated in this range. Internally expanded, came down, consolidating above it again. Now it's all about the dollar to make a decision here. And to see what we can do from there. Want to see the dollar coming down first. Still. Then it says long dollar on news full margin. Yeah. You know what? I bought a meme coin today. I got rock pulled. Of course, I expected this to happen. I'm trying something new out here. You know, I'm kind of like looking into some meme coins right now. Like everyone else here, I'm trying to spread myself, you know, almost too thin, and then hope to catch one winner. It's like gambling a little bit. Okay, it has nothing to do with what we're doing, and what we're doing actually beautifully analyzing the charts, analyzing the synchronizations of the dollar or the tether dominance and so on and so on. No, purely trying to diversify here and see if you can hit something from there. Don't recommend this to anyone, by the way. But yeah. Check Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay. I think we checked it already beforehand. Okay, it's coming down a little bit right now at the moment. It's still stagnating around that zone. We have this initial zone here. We have this like 5 or 1 minute area of demand where we bounced from. Seemed promising at the beginning, but the dollar didn't pull through. Okay, so that's what we're waiting for. That's the only thing we're waiting for right now. Congrats on the new house. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm gonna give you guys a new house tour very, very soon. QDube says, hey, I'm new to the channel. How long have you been trading for? Around 7 years. Where did you learn trading? Same as you guys, usually, I assume. Like, you know, YouTube, hustling, day in, day out. I got a little bit more luck when I eventually got to, you know, find or had a collaboration where I started working at an investment firm. I mean, I guess that helped a little bit, but, you know, it's a completely different game than what we're doing here. So I would say, you know, the usual. The only thing that I didn't do, which I should have done, was being more involved in communities, because that's what I didn't do. Okay, I was not really involved into communities. And that's why I was like, man, you know, should have done it earlier. Should have joined a community earlier. But yeah, I mean, we got our own community right now. We're almost at 9,000 members. It's gonna be amazing. Gonna be amazing. Okay, yen. Moi. Holding and raising a little bit. Keep in mind, we have some major news coming as well very, very soon here. The JOLTS openings are important to take in consideration. So just for you guys to know what I'm doing, I'm looking at gold. I'm looking at the dollar index. And then based on the dollar index, I look at pairs related to that, like the euro US dollar, Australian dollar against US dollar. I'm kind of trying to switch it up between these right here to see which one of these are coming to our zones right there. To potentially start looking for, you know, a hook. It's like fishing, right? We throw out our rod. We put in our bait, our liquidity. And we start chilling. We're waiting. And boom. That's the game we play. That's the game they play. And keep in mind, and this is something that I wanted to discuss already earlier here. Of course, you guys know that I'm streaming 3 days a week. 4 days a week. Sometimes 5 even. You know, what's happening right now in the market is that, in my opinion, when I look at the overall market and I analyze the overall market in general, I think that out of the, let's say, you know, 20 working days a month, we have around, I would say personally, when I really crush it, and that really compensates for like 70% of my money, I think 4, 5, 6 good days maybe a month max, you know, actual good days. It doesn't mean that we do not make any profits in the other days. We tend to do that as well. Not as significant though. Not as like the price action is not as you know, relevant always. Gotta be careful with meme coins. They will lock you in and keep raising the tax. Yes, sir. The slippage is gonna be really, really high. Okay, we broke through that zone. Our next zone is right there. Just want to see how we respond here. That's all we're looking for. It's still the last low after we had the expansion. We have the New York Stock Exchange opening as well very soon. So this is a great time to look for, like, to actually execute, in my opinion, around that time. And then we have the news in an hour as well. Is it possible to make 8% a month? 100%. 100%. 8%? Yes. Tech. Why people avoiding to trade on the 1 minute chart? I don't know. Volatile, maybe. Yeah, could be many different reasons. Most of the winning trades we took on our channel here were taken on a 1 minute time frame. As you guys may know. The dollar, yes, okay, the dollar is now at this particular moment breaking through that zone as well. If you keep pushing, it is what it is. We will find another way here. The beautiful thing about our strategy is that you never get forced into positions. It's always like once tables turn, you execute. So price action really comes down, you know, comes to you rather than you chasing the market, feeling that you have to trade, feeling that you have to enter, you know, and so on and so on. Okay. The euro against the yen is coming down towards a very, very interesting area here. Yeah, Lorenzo, do you use your trading knowledge in currencies for investments in stocks and crypto? Yeah, well, usually I'm truly an opportunist, right? So we are definitely trading more than we are investing, okay? And the reason why is because I like cash. I like cash flow, all right? Because with that cash flow, we can do whatever we want. We can buy a house. We can reconstruct a new house completely, for example, right? We can use it to invest indeed into these type of things here, but it's not our main source of income. It's actually our secondary source of income. So yes, I do. However, when talking about cryptocurrencies in general, let's take cryptocurrencies as an example right now. I would like to start with the trading first, because you can make so much money in crypto when you have the right approach. And this is exactly why my crypto course is going to get launched this week. For free, by the way. All right, so don't worry. That's going to be very, very interesting as well. You bought Peppercoin? No. I think that's way too late right now at the moment. I'm not going to chase that. I'm not going to chase that one. There goes my cam. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me fix it real quick for you guys. Okay, let's see if that will work. If not, we'll find out later. Yes, guys, it's around 30 degrees right now here. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit, but we're talking about Celsius. So it's 30 degrees all day around, every single day, 365 days a year, roughly. So we need air conditionings here. You cannot live without, and that means that sometimes the camera even gets overheated when the airco is not working correctly yet. So I'm trying to fix this, but all these new things in the new house, it will get fixed later. So sorry for the inconvenience right here. The yen. Okay, the yen is making some serious moves here. Let me reconstruct from the day. Let me see real quick what the yen is doing right now, because the yen is starting to follow up here and really showing us. We have not seen a daily closure yet. Obviously, right now on the 4-hour, we have kind of seen some sort of closure. Not particularly convincing yet to me right now at the moment when I'm looking at the charts right here for the yen. The only thing that I could say potentially is interesting is a level a little bit lower, which is like around the 7,484. Until that moment, I'm not really particularly bullish, but if we decide to come up and break this high right now, and we need to zoom in for that one, right there, I would say, okay, yes, tables are potentially turning in the short term. And that could be indicating that we could start seeing a reversal here. But yeah, something that we could look at as well. Australian dollar against US dollar. I have a feeling, guys, and I'm saying that it's a feeling. Obviously, don't take this for granted. But I could see the dollar still seeing coming down here. Literally when the news is coming. Okay. I see what we're doing. If we keep building that liquidity right now on all these different types of charts here, we keep doing that. Euro came down very quickly, by the way. Very interesting. Then I find it very, very interesting right now. Same for gold, by the way. Gold is doing the exact same thing here. And you know what happens usually when we're doing that around news? It actually is building all that liquidity right here to then push potentially up and take it out during an event where more volume enters the market. So that could be that news event, but it could at the same time also be, for example, the New York Stock Exchange open. I think this could be another one. And especially 5 minutes before the news. Indeed, I saw your message, Tamim. You're completely right. I've seen that as well. Hi, Code System. Hi, bro. How are you? How's your new place? Very, very well, my man. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be good. Okay. I'm going to make sure that you guys are getting to see more of the lifestyle-ish. I was waiting for this moment here to, actually show you guys a little bit of a home, because I'm going to rebrand it completely to the Limitless Trading Academy, angle. I'm going to put some really beautiful stuff here. I'm going to have a podcast studio. We're going to have it all. We are going to have it all. So I'm looking forward to show you guys a little bit more. And I think that we built kind of the perfect foundation to do so. It's like I was actually very careful. I'm actually still very careful with, the lifestyle. And the reason why is because there are so many guys that are showing you the lifestyle already. I was like, you know what? Is it not just better for me to just trade live for a full year? A full year of live trading. No excuses. Wins, losses. Show you guys what I'm capable of. And then maybe later showing you guys a little bit more about the actual lifestyle here. But I do believe that we are now at a stage where we can start really, taking things a little bit to the next level here. We have 540 likes already, guys. We're going to do the first giveaway very, very soon here. Okay, 10 minutes, first giveaway on Twitter. Okay. So we're going to give away $50 and another $50 here. We're giving away pretty much $100 every single stream. That's it. 50-50 or 100. You guys can decide here. I personally prefer 50-50 to have it more equal and to give you a chance or you guys more opportunity to win. So yeah, we'll keep doing that. Keep doing these giveaways here. If I make some money, why not sharing it with you guys as well? While you learn, while you earn, that's how it should be. Bro, why you're not live yesterday? I was moving. Moving to a new place. What do I need to do to enter the giveaway? Very shortly, I will explain you. You need a Twitter account. You need a Twitter account. Guys, I really like this. I really like this a lot here. If gold is really coming down in this way, okay, then we are going to see some very promising news here today. Okay, so we might be trading news. We might be trading news today. Usually not doing this that often, but based on what I'm seeing right now, it's getting very, very interesting here. We're seeing this as well. Same for the M. Things are definitely aligning here. Mosso said check Euro Japanese yen. Okay. Okay, first zone. So listen, we're still not there yet, right? We still are not in that zone, which is at 150.563. It's right here. They have to take it back to the lower time frame. Then you look, okay, what was the last high that put in the last low? Can we break that high and can we potentially reverse when it's aligning with the Japanese yen, for example? Gold getting into the zone. Yeah, this is zone number 1. All right, the 50%. I think that we can make it a little bit lower. I do believe that we can come down towards the 1983.288-ish level. If we are not holding there, I think that it's more likely for us to coming down here. We have a more beautiful 15-minute zone. This is where that expansion truly started here, and this is where I believe that we can come back towards to as well, to see what will happen actually from there. For now, I would not enter gold at this particular level yet. I do like what I see for gold though, and the way it's actually building the levels here. So yeah, let's see. Another thing. We have some equal highs as well there internally on gold at the same time right here. So we came back up towards the zone. We were building these equal highs out, got rejected by that high rather than coming down or coming up, breaking these highs here, taking out all the liquidity. We formed equal highs plus, of course, that liquidity we're already building here. So in my opinion, right now we are seeing that that potential, you know, pullback. Hopefully the continuation actually to the upside here. By the way, in the Discord after the stream, I want to challenge you guys to another match. Okay, we're gonna play some chess as well in Discord. If you can play chess, all right, if you think you can, you have what it takes, then we might give away a couple of magic keys, for example, or something smaller. If you can beat me in chess, I've been working on my level a little bit more. I've been studying some new insights, some new positions as well. And you know, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing something around here. What's your score in chess? Well, in classical it's 2000. When it's bullet, it's significantly worse. I'm ready. Let's go. Nothing better than being with the fam. All right. Trading, making some money, making some gains, having a beautiful conversation, building a fantastic community, playing chess after the stream. I mean, life is good. Life is good. Okay, gold. Gold coming down right now. I want to see this level getting broken, actually. I want to see it breaking the 50% Fibonacci. I want to see it coming back to the 618, which is 90.83. I want to see the dollar also, you know, at some point seeing, you know, a little bit of a rejection somewhere around these highs here. We still have a little bit more imbalance here, but trust me, the next significant resistance is going to be if we break this high at 1.2 or 102.399 here. So do take that in consideration as well. I think it's super important to get to that zone, to wait for gold to come down, to look for the alignment, look for the reaction, and based on that, actually start executing a potential gold position here. The question is, will that before, or will that actually be before the news? My suggestion is that it's possible. It's likely, but we have to be aware of the fact that it's a more higher risk setup, and therefore we have to lower our risk a little bit. So if you just lower our risk, it's going to be fine. We just manage our risk accordingly. And that's how we did it. Okay. This is how we made around $1,000 today on GJ. So based on that, we can actually move forward also with gold. So we are a little bit up already in our daily P&L. So let's see how that goes. Elmer says, hello Lorenzo, spread only or commission on a Wanda? I would play with $1,000. I would play it definitely on a... I would already start doing commissions, my man. If you are sure, it depends on what kind of trade setups you're looking for, okay? And what kind of pairs you trade. That's the most important question. What kind of pairs do you trade? Do you trade major pairs? Do you trade smaller pairs? It totally depends. I'm currently not trading on a Wanda any longer. Okay, they changed servers. TradingView got cancelled. I like to trade from TradingView for you guys. We do trade still on MetaTrader as well. But yeah, that's more private business. $50 is not a FIB number. Correct. That's actually true. No, it has nothing to do with the Fibonacci number or the Fibonacci sequence. It has to do with the swing low to swing high or swing high to swing low perspective here. We call that the equilibrium. All right. And the equilibrium is showing where we can potentially get into a position for a discount. All right. Because we want to sell it or buy it, in this case, for a discount to then sell it for a premium. That's why we use the equilibrium. Okay. We just want to make sure that we're buying, you know, for a discount at a better price within that swing. That's what we're looking for. Vicky says, I have the Limitless t-shirt. Shout out to you, Vicky. You have the Limitless merch as well. Amazing. Yeah, it's actually the perfect fit for boxing, for the gym. To be honest, I actually only wear it for the gym because it's just stretchy and like it fits well. It's just a great way of training as well here. So yes, shout out to you, Vicky. Amazing. That's great to hear. That's super beautiful. Joining the Limitless community, getting some merch. That's the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm actually super impressed right now how gold was reacting from this initial zone that we have marked out here. Okay, so we have to, regardless, have to now look at this high. Look at that. That's incredible. Okay, why? Equal highs were there built. We knew that. Okay, so going for these highs is was not particularly unlikely here. I just saw a little bit more imbalance underneath. And I see that the dollar is there. Okay, the dollar is coming. The dollar is coming. Okay. So we're gonna see the reaction soon, and I think we're gonna align very, very soon as well here. Regardless, the dollar had to break any particular lows internally. Okay, I think this is a significant low that we need to break here. The 102.281. Could have said, okay, go for the 102.298, but I think that low below that level is a little bit better. Let's come down close below it. Gold bounced perfectly from our beautiful area of the month here. Beautiful area of the month. Right there. This particular candle structure. Tapped into that zone. Bounced from it. Looking for a high. Dollar coming down. Euro is reacting quite decent. Let's look at GU one more time. AU is actually looking the strongest right now at the moment. Okay. Some of you guys mentioned AU already, so that's good to know. There we go. Yes, New York Stock Exchange is opening in literally 8 minutes from now. So, yeah, but gold is going to get very, very interesting now. It's like 5 minutes before or 10 minutes before the New York Stock Exchange open. You see that gold's making a massive move. Of course, there was a lot of liquidity built up there. Of course, we had equal highs there. We bounced from the 50%, the equilibrium, which is also a pretty decent level to take into consideration if you zoom out here. It's important to break this high right now. I'm starting to like Australian dollar against US dollar here a lot. Like really actually starting to like it. I love when the price action is clean. And I see that we're breaking above. We need to close above, stay above. And we might find ourselves a new potential trade here. What are the guys doing? Let's see. Okay. Let's go dollar. Let's go AU. Starting to look nice. Starting to look better. Bunch of liquidity there. We might be executing soon. My question to you guys is, okay, this is important. Let's say you see the perfect setup. Okay, everything aligns, but you know that the New York Stock Exchange opens up. What would you do? Let me know in the chat. Please mark an entry for gold. Gold has to break a high, has to come down. Then we're going to look for gold. I'll let you know a little bit later. Okay, we have John saying wait. Willen says wait. Ekal says wait. Patrot says no entry. Okay. Tigger says wait. Herman says wait and see the reaction. Tamin says I will take the trade with a tighter stop loss. Okay. Many of you guys said wait. Okay. Well, I have to agree there. I have to agree there. If I see the perfect setup and I know that the New York Stock Exchange opens up, it tends to reverse. Price tends to reverse for some reason during the New York Stock Exchange open. Why? It's a pre-manipulation. Okay, they're prematurely manipulating price before the New York Stock Exchange opens up, so that when it opens up, they can then turn price into the direction they want to. So usually you have to wait for the open, let's say 5, 10, 15 minutes to then look, okay, is this the true reaction? Is this truly where we're going to go to? Especially when looking at gold, for example, very important. So be very aware of the timing in the market. And what time it is, okay? Because it can have a major impact on what we're looking for here. What level do you see gold to drop to? What do you want to, or expecting gold to drop to? Well, first of all, who knows what's going to happen? We have the New York Stock Exchange open right now. So my suggestion is, and this is what I personally want to see, is I would like to come down a little bit more. I'm talking about like coming down towards 1983 and long from there. If you really do decide to go up here, and I zoom out, like look at all that imbalance there, okay? There's definitely a significant amount of imbalance. We have been coming up aggressively and have been coming down very aggressively as well. And now we're starting to consolidate here. So what I think could happen is that we're making one more move down to then go up. That's what I would love to see as well. Okay, 3 more minutes. New York Stock Exchange open here. 30 more minutes right here for the JOLTS job openings right here of March. Okay. In case you want to know what it means. Okay, it's a survey, maybe you can read it, done by the US Bureau of Labor Statistics to help measure job vacancies. Okay. Collects data from the employers about their businesses, employment, job openings, recruitment, hires, and separations. Okay. And it's a crucial moment as well to think about to look at the expectation of this particularly, but also the unemployment rate, or the initial jobless claims. It's all, however you want to call it, it's all equally important right now. Because the one thing that Uncle Jerome always said is that, yes, there is inflation. However, the labor market is still super strong. Super strong. All right, he always mentions this on their FOMC speeches, press conferences. The labor market is very strong. So if that is turning, then what kind of effect that will have on the US dollar here, or on the stock market, or you name it? Many experts expect a massive 20% drop again for the S&P 500, for the Nasdaq. After you see right now that a lot of, big players are starting to take some major profits out of the market again due to the fact that these numbers were extremely good. Selling off a little bit of their positions. So all right, dollar, let's go. Let's break that low, man. Let's break that low. I like when the euro is breaking out lows, taking out some lows beforehand, followed by a rejection right there, or an actual bounce from the zone. Coming back to lower time frame, holding here, taking out the lows here. So this is taken out to then break up again. So that's actually a good indication for me personally to see, okay, the euro has taken out the previous low, but now it's breaking internal highs and the dollar is breaking internal lows. That's a good combination. Okay, we have the open right now. I need a ring. I need a bell indeed. It's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Okay. EUR/USD and the dollar. Number one, is the dollar going to break a low, or are we still holding, and are we still going to hold above these levels and going to look for new particular highs right now? You know, now that the market has opened. It would be very interesting to see the dollar going up right now, to then with the news potentially turning. We're going to find out very, very soon. Okay, gold's making serious moves right now. Can hold above this level. Well, highs are taken out. There we go. Gold's reacting strong to potential weakness from the dollar. Imagine if the dollar would come down, how fast gold will go up here. $19.90 crucial zone. If that breaks, a lot of buyers will step in here. So the 1990 is truly that zone that you're looking for here. This is a very important. Very important high to break. Not only to break, to close actually above. All that imbalance there. We had nice support. We had a nice 50% support here. Also, could be even daily support here overall. I think it is. So plus this beautiful area of the month here, creating a higher high. Starting to look very, very nice here. So interesting that we're seeing this happening right now just before the news. The Forex pairs right now are looking to align here as well. Here, the dollar is not making any decision yet. Who thinks we're gonna keep ranging here with the dollar until the news? Okay. Through the rejection. A lot of FOMO probably for gold. The first 5 minutes of the New York Stock Exchange, guys. Okay, massive expansion. Getting pushed down straight away. A lot of liquidations will happen very shortly. Okay, that's why this higher high was so important to look for. And the dollar is reacting to this as well. The dollar is still ranging, not doing that much. Gold is reacting heavily towards it though. So that's kind of interesting. Gonna stick with gold for a second right now. Waiting for this closure here. Yes, giveaway. I'm gonna do it like what, 10 minutes. So I'll let you know what we're gonna do right there. $100 a day keeps the financial doctor away. Okay. That sounds so cliche if you heard what I say. I'm just having a little sneak peek on a couple other charts here, potentially. So give me 1 moment before we continue here. Want to have at least our setups ready, and that's it. Couple setups ready, know exactly where to potentially enter from, where to put your stop loss, where to put or take profit, and then, you know, putting them, set our alerts, wait, and that's it. First 7 minutes done. Okay, wait for like another 9 or 8 minutes right now. Wait for that 15-minute candle closure. That's my best recommendation for you guys when you trade the New York Open. Okay, some people love to trade the New York Open, right? The New York Stock Exchange Open. Some people make a shit ton of money with trading the Open, and I usually do it more just before the Open. I realized. Talking about the New York Open, not the New York Stock Exchange Open. However, usually the manipulation, and usually this is also the moment that most traders get trapped. So if you are a, let's say beginning trader, you're trying to learn the game, then my suggestion is to observe the New York Stock Exchange Open. And especially pairs like gold, maybe the yen pairs as well. It can be a little more volatile, and have a look at it. And every single day, analyze, absorb, and maybe just write down what you've seen or witnessed. So you can actually look back and think, okay, this happened on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the whole month. Okay, we cannot trade gold. We're like in a no-go zone for gold at the moment right now, in my opinion, until we are breaking above that high. Unless I see some very, very good sign here where the dollar is actually, breaking structure significantly. But right now, yeah, this is just an internal zone. But right now I see pure ranging, news coming very soon. So these are actually very dangerous moments right now to trade. Okay, and if you are not an experienced trader, or if you are trading for a while, you most likely understand what I mean here. Because I lost a lot of money before when I was trading these particular markets during times like these, where I knew I could have just stay away from the market, be patient, and literally wait for myself to come to me rather than trying to trade because I wanted to trade. Like, you have to really treat trading like a sport, right? Like a serious business, a serious sport, and not like a video game. And the moment I started to change that around, I started to make money. And I started to make more money. And this is where I truly, for me, decided to step up my game. And to no longer play it as a video game, just because it's fun to do. Because that's not the way. In the long term, I guess, you will make a lot of money. At least it lowers your win rate, or your hit rate, when you're trying to chase the market that way. So yes, guys, my life is, you know, my let's say my computer life, right, is built around trading, chess, poker, community, YouTube, and education. Oh wait, and conspiracy theories, and bear attacks on YouTube, and macroeconomy. Okay? And the gym, yes, sure, but that's not behind the computer. Okay, I have a very close eye right now. I see something. Okay, important. Dollar starting to look a little bit moi. Okay, we had a massive expansion. Great, fantastic. That expansion was good to see. Let me zoom out a little bit more and let me come back towards the charts and let's see where we're at right now, because we're getting rejected at some level. I think it's somewhat around here. I think it's right here. I would not be surprised if it's this high. If it's not this high, then this particular high above there. And it's indeed that first or that second high right there that we saw. So we are getting rejected at that level. Internally, it's always what you're looking for. Okay, where are you getting rejected from? You're getting rejected from some sort of candle, usually. Okay. If not the imbalance, a candle structure. How did he pick this one? Well, 50-minute zone, you zoom out, you go back into the charts, swing high to swing low. You start zooming in and you start looking at particular highs in this case, right? So in this case, we see, okay, you have this high, that base, and that massive drop. We call it a rally base drop. Okay, a rally, a base, a drop. All right, that was the massive expansion to the downside. Usually then that candle structure within that 50-minute zone can be a 1-minute zone, 2-minute, 3-minute, 5-minute, whatever. There is like an order block or some sort of area of supply that can actually benefit us and cause some resistance in this case. So based on that, we're looking at, okay, internally, what are the lows that put in the last high? Well, actually we have this low and we have this low. Okay, when I try to zoom in a little bit and I go to the 3-minute chart, I already can clearly see that it's more about this low than it is this particular low that I put in that particular high. So I would prefer to stick with this low to have a little bit more confirmation. More liquidity is getting built. Okay, so that's okay. I want to break the low. Perfect. So what else can then align very well? Well, what is looking better? Well, the yen is looking a little bit better. Okay, so the yen is starting to look a little bit better. The dollar is starting to look a little bit worse. What could be a realistic chart pair that we can look for? No, 1 + 1 is 2. We're looking at the dollar yen. Okay, great. Let's zoom out and let's go to the 1 hour first. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay. Massive expansion, expansion, but every single time the expansion becomes a little bit, we're getting a little bit overextended right now. What happened internally? We saw this high, we saw that low. Okay, swing high, swing low. Okay, we came back all the way to that high. And look at that. We zoom in, candle structures right here. I think it's more on the lower time frame. I could do it and check it out on the lower time frame as well to see if we can find the exact levels we're looking for here. But I think it's more around a 1 hour zone and 1 hour market. It's subjective, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It's more about, okay, what's the high that we're getting rejected from? And there we go. It's kind of, it could be what we're seeing right now, this particular candle structure. Right there. A beautiful indecisive candle that you guys can see here. Okay, right there in that particular level. Okay, fantastic. There we go. Rejection. Boom. Okay. Rejection. All right. Next. We zoom in. First rejection. Okay. Beautiful. We took our high here. We broke that high. We went into that zone and then we got rejected. Then what happened? We started to break the lows that put in that high. Okay. If you want to zoom out, you can take this one. I personally would choose something like this. If it's like the 1 hour, you could say, okay, it's this one. It does not really matter. It's all clearly broken. So we're going to see that we broke the low here. Talk to the downside. Now potentially changing the trend here. Okay, the dollar is looking a little bit weaker. Who knows what's going to happen during the news? But anyways, the yen is looking for a solid recovery here. Okay, we came down, but we came back up just as fast as we came down here. And usually that's quite a good sign. However, what does the yen need to do? The yen need to break the 7,620. That's what it needs to break. Why? Because this high put in this particular low. If you break that high, bullish for the yen. Okay, this is the yen basket right here. The dollar needs to break that low. We just talked about that. So the combination of that breaking the low, the yen breaking the high, coming back to the dollar yen, now being on the 30-minute chart. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, what do we have here? We have this internal high, swing high. We have this swing low. We came back to the 618. Okay, beautiful. Look at that. Perfect rejection point. The 618 right there. The 62% is actually 618. It's a little bit lower. Perfect resistance point right there. Okay. So far getting rejected here. Let's zoom out. And let's go to candle structures again. Let's go and look for candle structures that fit what we are looking for. So, okay. Usually I'm looking for something like bearish, bullish, bearish. You know, as a particular area of supply here. And we see there's something right there. And we're seeing that we already got rejected a couple times before. So it's kind of like this particular candle structure. Could have been in 1 minute, but I'm looking at this zone. Why? Bearish, bullish, bearish. Rejection point right there on the dollar yen. We're now at the 2 minute. We started at 1 hour. Okay. Breaking lows. Now it's starting to come back down. Okay. What will be the perfect combination? Well, let's zoom out a little bit more, or let's go back to that level. I do believe it with this imbalance underneath. Okay. And that's right here. We have that massive gap underneath here. That this is a beautiful target potentially coming back towards this particular range. So what's then a good moment to enter from? Well, it totally depends on where the dollar is, right? And where the yen is as well. And what the alignment is here. We know that the yen preferably needs to break that high. But most importantly, the dollar needs to break that low. Then the dollar showing more weakness. If the yen is stagnating or breaking, perfect, we can come down even further. And we will find the continuation here. This is already one zone right now where we could potentially see a rejection point. Coming into that zone. There's more trading supply and demand. Trying to catch that momentum right here. Trying to enter from there and potentially put your stop loss above that high. And then look for a potential setup. Or we're simply looking at a break of this particular low. Okay. Coming back to the 5 minute. Breaking the low. When we're seeing the dollar breaking the low, when we're seeing the yen breaking the high, we will definitely see this low getting broken. From there, coming down, either looking for a retracement, depending on how the market operates, depending on what time it is, depending on where we at in the market, what the particular candle structures are above here. We can either enter from there with the strategy I use, or we can look for the rebound and continuation to the downside, targeting potentially then the imbalance that's right there. Okay. We can get a stop loss here and entry around this zone. We can put our stop loss just above here. And we can take profit just to filling out that imbalance. Something in that matter I'm looking for. If we see indeed the continuation to the downside here. Which I do think could happen. Very well here. So let's see. Let's find out. That lower low is super important, okay? So, dollar yen. Our first setup. I'm going to set an alert. You can also look at this one, by the way. Now I'm looking at it. I'm going to set an alert here. Okay. Dollar yen is set. EUR USD breaking highs. Okay, there we go. Very similar behavior. What do we want to do? We want to look at the previous high to put in the last low. Well, we're kind of breaking above here. It's actually starting to look very, very nice. However, the dollar has not broken that particular low yet. Okay. Do take that in consideration. We have news coming in 10 minutes. Hope you guys are ready. It's super important here to look at these particular setups right now. The dollar yen, a EUR/USD is interesting here. Australian dollar, not really. It's fluctuating here. You guys were talking about GU as well, coming down. The euro is the only one that's kind of holding better. That's much stronger than the others. Starting to come to some very important levels right now. Let's see where the dollar is at and where the yen is at right now. Yen is going for that high. Yen is going for that high. Dollar potentially coming down here. News in 8 minutes. Coming very, very close. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, there we go, sir. My suggestion is to be patient, because if the dollar decides to not break any lows right now, it doesn't matter regardless. It's irrelevant. At the same time, when there is news coming like this, you have to be very aware here. You have to be very aware of what's going on. The yen is doing better. The yen is still holding very, very strong. Look at GJ. We can do that real quick indeed. Making sure that we cover the charts that we're looking for here. There we go. Yeah, the yen is doing good. If we see closure there, that's a significant. That's very, very significant. Free fall for the yen. Okay. Up a bit, should I sell before the news? It's up to you, man. It's really up to you. If you're happy with the profits, take it. Take it. Why not? Taking profits is never a problem, in my opinion. It's very interesting that 5 minutes before the news, we're seeing this massive drop-off right now. A massive expansion already. Yeah, the yen is coming down slowly but steady here. We're heading towards it low. We're gonna see some big moves right now. Same for gold. Look at gold here. I think a lot of people got stopped out. That FOMO'd in. Got stopped out right now. Dollar shooting up at the moment. Hey, that's bearish. That's a bearish sign in my opinion. Trade the news on your own risk. I definitely have my eyes on gold. 3 more minutes. Always be careful with risk. I heard many guys, like, trust me, I heard so many guys on the streams, you know, I lost this amount of money. Should have traded news. I shouldn't do it. Other guys say, I made a lot of money. But if you really want to have control over your trading, then it's better safe than sorry. Unless you have a very, very good reason to do so. That's my suggestion here. The other thing with gold is potential buys above that level. That could, in my opinion, though, be very, very interesting. So this is something that I might be able to be interested in. Because we have that massive imbalance above here and that gap above here as well. Two minutes before we come down. Very, very interesting. We're still getting rejected. One or two more minutes to go. So potential buys from here. News coming right now. Let's see what we have. Bowser says you might win a couple, but it will get you one day. I do 100% agree with you, my man. I have to agree with you here. I have to agree with you. Follow EU or GU? Yeah, I'm looking at the dollar. The dollar is shooting up just before the news here. Okay, so we broke above it. Dollar yen shoot up, did not break that low. Okay, news should come in literally 3 seconds from now. Let's go. Negative. I do expect dollar coming down here. We had that expansion. There we go. We're coming down. We are coming down. This is good for gold, by the way, guys. This is good for gold right here. Yes, sir. Gold breaking highs right now, right there. It's gonna go very, very quickly right here with gold. Again, that was my suggestion. Trade on your own risk. I'm not gonna promote any news trading here because it's definitely more of a gamble, in my opinion. The dollar made that massive move just before. Again, it happened again to then just turn around during the news, of course. Okay, we had that rejection. We came in exactly to that zone. Gold right now is trying to push up a little bit here. The yen breaking above dollar yen, breaking below that level, going for that imbalance right there. That's a more unfortunate one here for gold. Overall, decent reaction. I'm happy with the reaction. Happier with the reaction overall here. Okay, fantastic. Gold is doing it. Okay. So this was good. This was good. I like the fact that we came down here beforehand. To then literally come up after that. Okay, dollar yen breaking the lows right here. Unfortunately, didn't align with my positioning. I loved exactly what I wanted to see was this. Exactly. However, it did not align with what I did. It just didn't align. So yeah, it is what it is. With the dollar yen. Gold did. Take some profits right now. If you are in gold at the moment, I'm going to take some profits right now. Stop loss on break even, done, let it run. We're going to look for more shadows right here. This is just news. Okay. So we're going to look for a couple more setups, potentially at least one more setup here when the market calms down a little bit, when we actually have a good direction here. Coming down. The moment, again, it happened again and again and again. I think many of you guys recognize that the moment the dollar is creeping up, coming into that zone, and then breaking the lows right here. Always 1 minute, 2 minutes before the news. Boom, reversal right there. TP1 was hit. I'm taking no crazy risk. JPY is still pushing up. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Okay, the only problem with the JPY was that we didn't break this low before. And it was kind of stagnating around that level. And I really wanted this to get broken. First, the alignment was not there. The alignment was just not there, so that's why I think it's... I'm still looking at sometimes the Owanda chart and not the Blackwood chart. I still need to get used to it. Look at that gap here. So again, it played out perfectly with the dollar yen. Unfortunately, that I couldn't take this position though. It goes against my my books here, but it was very nice. Like this overall alignment here. Okay, break strikes to the upside, chase character to the downside. We saw that higher time frame rejection already. The yen was looking stronger. The dollar was eventually weak. Boom. We had that imbalance right here. It now comes down to exactly fill up that imbalance. And now it's reacting from that imbalance right there. Okay? So it's textbook trade. Unfortunately, we didn't take it. But at least I hope you guys learned something from it, or at least saw the analysis and why we're looking at the dollar yen at first and the way we looked at it. Wow, gold is doing that thing right now. After this, once price action stabilize here, we're gonna look at a new entry for potentially, in my opinion, yen pairs. If the volume is actually a little bit solid here. Okay, who's ready for the giveaway right now? Let's go. Let's give away at least some money right now. Two times $50, $100 a stream. Every stream. Or like 80% of the streams. If you want to join, then let me get this thing sorted real quick. I'll show you exactly what to do. Are there any re-entries? Well, if you look at the potential downside potential, I think that the dollar could recover here. We had a massive expansion right now. There was a bunch of liquidity here built. Was a clear target for the dollar to get there after taking out the highs first. It's also pretty textbook, I have to say today. However, in my opinion right now, you want to see either the 102.241 getting broken and closing above, or the 102.161. If it's the 102.161, then you might be looking at a new possibility here. But for gold, in my opinion, we're gonna potentially come down very, very soon. So I might will put my stop loss a little bit higher, stop myself out underneath that low. There we go, and take the rest of my profit plus the TP one I already took. And if it get hit, we made some good money. If it goes up more. But for now, I do believe that a re-entry is not really interesting when looking at this particular range. But we will find our second trade regardless. All right, for the giveaway, ladies and gentlemen, what do we need to do? Well, first of all, go to my Instagram. Links in the description right here. You will find more information right there. Okay, I posted on my platform, on my account right there. Retweet this. Okay, like, retweet, comment, and we'll pick a winner. It's a fair and square. It will be equal. Okay, so people have equally the opportunity to win. So there is no privilege when doing giveaways at all. Okay. Fantastic. We're going to do it twice. So we're going to do a $50, $100 giveaway with the same giveaway right here on Twitter. Once we reach the 700 likes, which we're already coming close to very, very soon. So Voila. And let's see from there. I don't want to put our gold sum right now because I think we might get stopped out on break even straight away. But I'm going to do it regardless. Maybe it helps. Gold. 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 Yes, sir. That song, I'm telling you guys, every single time. You cannot use it that much. You cannot overuse it. That's the whole deal. That's truly what it is here. Trust me, when that thing when it starts again, you will see. Indecisive candle closure, okay, in 20 seconds. And then okay, let's go to RTP, let's go. TP2 here. Okay. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Comment, like, and retweet. And we're gonna have a beautiful giveaway in a second here. Jason says, yes, I just won $30 on the US dollar, Japanese yen. Not a lot, but huge for me. Congratulations, friend. Congratulations. That's great to hear. The yen. Yes, the yen. I told you guys, the yen was looking very good. And the dollar was looking weaker. We're waiting for that reversal. So our bias was correct. Okay. This was all aligning here. It's just a matter of then the risk taking, of course, and the timing itself here. I think that's the most important aspect in trading for myself. I realized it's the timing. It's not just the setup, it's the actual timing of your execution. It's actually one of the hardest parts in general. What about us? We don't have Twitter. We do Instagram also a lot. Today we do not. So maybe tomorrow. Okay. We're coming close. Oh, this is that this is that gap I was looking for. Any lower time frame, any lower low, any like significant strong candle, I close my position here. I leave like 10% running or something very small. There we go. David says I made 15% today. Have a good one. Wow. Next level stuff. My man. Congrats. How much do you risk per trade? Let me know. Please check GJ. Yeah, but... What do you want me to see, bro? Potential targets, maybe? Are you in a short right now? If you're in a short, definitely TP at 169.871. Definitely look at this range right here. Definitely start looking at this particular zone right there. 169.871. So like the 170. Okay, just to be sure there. If you are in a short. If you're talking about look at GJ for position, yeah, obviously we are in the middle of nowhere. Do you think we'll get another trade? Possibly, yes. When the volatility comes down a little bit and the volume stays stable, we'll get another trade. Potentially set a limit order. In advance here. Okay, we're coming down. There we go. Dollar making recovery. But now we're at a crucial level here. Okay, so I'm still not there yet, 100% with gold. I was like, okay, should I sell? But I'm not there yet. Why? Because we have this zone. If you zoom in, there's one. And the other one is the fact that the dollar needs to close above this zone to get back into this, like this particular range right here. You have this range right there. Needs to close above here. We didn't close above there. What we did was we actually wicked and came back down again. So it's actually looking like pretty significant rejection. It's kind of like a breaker block rejection. That's what it looks like to me right now. So because of that, no sell for me fully for gold. I'm not closing my position here. We might see gold looking for high targets here. Cases I did 1.9% today. Finally had some luck last week, lost 8%, but was up 40% from last month. Had a great month last month until the final week, but overall still great. Lost 3 trades in a row, needed this win. Great. Congratulations, man. Amazing. No, but yeah, I do think that we can find another setup here. Okay, the gold needs to break a high. Let's go. Boom. Beautiful. More upside potential, yeah. I think that we bought it at the right, we sold it at the right moment. I do believe that. When coming back to the 5 minute here, you have this particular structure right there, you see? Look at that structure right here. This is like some condensed structure in my opinion. Or some compressed price action right here. You see already, look at that. TP3. And yeah, we can come down. So that break, that first move, I'm happy that it didn't came down. Usually what tends to happen with news is that it comes down to my entry, stops me out on break even, and then continues its journey. Did not happen. Was just a continuation here. Yeah, clean. What can I say? Clean. Let's continue here though. But let's do the giveaway first right now. Let me use this link. Let me pick a winner right here. There we go. Bro, do you do crypto trading? Yes, sir. Absolutely. I have 1 or 2 crypto live streams per week for now. I will increase it in the near future. For now, usually 1 or 2 days a week. But my crypto course is going to get launched very, very soon. And it's going to be free if you sign up through the link in the description. It's for BitGet. If you deposit $100 on that account, then you can trade with me live crypto. And you get access to that course, which explain all ins and outs of that winning strategy with proven track records included. And keep in mind that BitGet right now is going to be the next big thing. Why? Because Bybit is going to literally implement now the KYC again for everyone. That means that Americans can no longer use Bybit if they do not have another passport, for example. So BitGet is the next exchange. It doesn't require KYC. Okay, let's pick a winner right here. Right now. Let me know what you guys want to do. Do you want to do 2 winners straight away? Or 1 winner right now, 1 winner later? Let me know in the chat right here. What do you guys want to see? 2 winners right now? 1 and 1. Let's go. Oh, too late, too late. My bad. There we go. $77 entries. Let's get it. Keep it fair and square. It's a random system here. Okay. 2 winners, 77 entries. Let's go. And the winner is, or the winners are, my man, Faris, July, and Benjamin. Ben Solo, 1222. My man, congratulations. Send me a message. We're going to get it sorted. Please send me a message on Twitter now. Okay? Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Fantastic. Okay, so dollar, let's get back into the charts. Let's see what we can find here. Dollar. Overall reaction or rejection right here from this level. We have seen a lower low, potentially tapping into the zone, coming back down here. Is there more potential for the dollar? I think that there could be more potential if we do decide to break of course, our new lows here. We start to build more and more liquidity again. I think we're going to come down again. I think we are going to come down again. And I think that wow, look at the dollar yen, by the way, guys. Look how smooth the analysis was. Well, anyways, we got our gold set up, but still, it was a nice move here. The yen is still extremely strong. Okay, so we need at some point have, you know, a little bit of a pullback, in my opinion, to make it more interesting for us right now, because the expansion itself was quite intense, I have to say. It was quite a pretty significant move. So what you want to see is, you want to see some sort of pullback happening. It doesn't always have to be on the you know, a pullback first. It can also be a lower time frame, you know, change of character or something like that, seeing alignment here potentially, and start looking for some sort of, you know, setup there. The Australian dollar against US dollars, for example, one, which could be interesting here. Let me zoom out and let's see where we're at. I think that we still have a long way to go though. Like, let me check. Oh no, there we go. What is this? Well, what a coincidence. Okay. You guys can probably not see it really well, but it's the equilibrium right here. It's this particular line. Let me highlight this for you. It's the equilibrium right there. We're bouncing right now from that zone. We have a 1 minute zone right here. We are holding here. Let's say we break this high. Then it gets potentially interesting. The only thing that I see is maybe a little bit more conflicting is that breaker block as well here that we can find right there. So this one right there. So that's one where we have to be a little bit careful for, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's something that we can see as a rejection point to look for the continuation. Who knows? So I'm gonna definitely put an alert here and see how that goes. EUR/USD. Okay, EUR/USD. Yeah, EUR/USD made that move for, I think it was a 3, 4 minute, 5 minute move. Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay, no difference. Yeah, Euro is actually not reacting that strong, even though that the dollar made a massive move to the downside. It's actually not reacting that not particularly strong right here. Now I'm looking at it. Okay. Gold is still coming up here. Wow, that's interesting. Definitely want to see how, if we can hold here, if we can just literally break that high. That would be interesting. Okay, rejection point right there. Let me know what kind of pairs you look at right now. This is for us a moment to you know, start looking at a couple setup that actually makes sense. For example, the euro against the yen is a nice looking setup. However, it just requires a little bit more time due to that expansion here. GU, okay. And the US30, I think that makes a lot of sense indeed. To look at potentially the US30 as well. To see what we can expect from that level right there. Which we talked about beforehand. Let's see how that exactly reacted here. GU, yes. GU is interesting. GU is interesting. I like that. I like what I see for GU. I like that for sure. Beautiful rejection here, or actually bounce, expansion, bouncing. We had that massive expansion right there. Right there, now coming down, tapping up, breaking internal highs. Is that a possibility? GU is interesting. GU is still interesting. Okay, keep that open. Dollar, yeah, dollar is again building more liquidity just to continue its momentum. I think to the downside too. I would not be surprised if you see the dollar breaking the lows. Yeah, if gold takes this high, maybe then we'd see the reversal here. So that we have to take in consideration when the dollar will potentially reverse as well. So keep a close eye on this. Okay, we're coming down already. Second rejection. Okay, right now. Breaking it, okay. Volume is still there, man. Volume is still active. US dollar, Canadian dollar. Okay. I'm just scrolling through some charts right now, looking for the right setup here. Yeah, you're right. You're right, my man. US dollar, Canadian. GU was good. I think that the dollar didn't align that well with GU. But it is coming up here. Dollar, Canadian dollar is looking pretty solid here. Also, zooming out here on the 30-minute chart, or even the 1 hour, we came back towards again the crucial levels again. Okay, we're talking about 30-minute zone, back into this high, low. You know, this particular range, which is also automatically this particular range right here, which still have an impact on price. I can tell you that already. When taking out the fixed zone profile from there, I think this could have a major impact. Let me make sure that this is not highlighted. So it's actually that zone right here, which could be perfect. But internally already, you see that weakness right now. Dollar is coming down, but the dollar, Canadian dollar is not reacting that strong, that well. And usually you have to be careful with that. You want to see the alignment with the dollar. If the dollar, especially if the dollar is coming down in this space right here, I would say okay. Amazing. Look at gold, for example. Dollar, Canadian dollar is not even reacting. Okay, dollar is coming down heavily. Dollar, Canadian dollar is not even reacting. What will happen then when the dollar does not come down anymore? Now that's something that we have to take into consideration here. You have to be careful with. Because yes, it's coming down hard. But at the same time, we are already reaching now a low. Or a new range. Very, very soon. And the dollar, Canadian dollar is still ranging around that level. So for me, that's always like a reason to be very careful. Because what happens if the dollar does not suddenly come down in that speed anymore? We're just going to go up. Why? Canadian dollar is weak as well. Oil can also be very, very weak. I think it's probably that. Okay, because the pretty much oil should be very, very weak. So negative correlation can also benefit here. So even though the dollar is dropping, when oil is also dropping, it's usually beneficial for the dollar Canadian dollar, or especially the Canadian dollar here. Or not beneficial, I could better say. So let's see what oil is doing. Yeah. That says enough. So that's why dollar Canadian dollar is no trade for now. Okay. We might see something else here. Rather than chasing the dollar right now at this particular moment. Look at the EJ guys right now. Seriously, look at the EJ right now at the moment. Euro against the British pound. We saw a significant rejection point here. We came to fill up that last imbalance right now. We have filled up that imbalance right now. We are now breaking lows. I do like what I see. Quickly head into the euro. The euro itself. Aha. Euro itself still in that range. Right here. Facing resistance. British pound actually is, this old levels, actually shooting up here. Overall, bunch of liquidity built up above. Imbalance filled up here. Potential short for Euro GBP here. Something in that manner. Taking it down towards the lows. Oh man. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that right now? This is incredible. Asian low, London low, New York low. Look at all these equal highs of these particular sessions. No, this is serious stuff here. Okay, no. Any retracement right now, instant short here for Euro GBP in my opinion. It's definitely worth the risk with that potential of reward here. Definitely look at something in that manner. Let me see where's my account right now. There we go. Let me set this. yeah, any particular reaction, any particular pullback for me is what I'm personally looking for. To execute from there and short the euro against the British pound. I do like this zone as well. This also can act potentially as an extra area of resistance, kind of extra area of supply here. I'm not going to take a lot of risk. I don't think it's necessary. I'm not going to risk my gold profits away right now. I'm just going to risk a little bit less. But I do like this setup. I do like the fact that this is just pretty much... it doesn't happen that often as well. The Asian, London and Euro close not taken out here on the 1 down. A 1 down is usually quite a decent chart. An indicator to look at in my opinion. If price even comes back, of course. We don't know that. Yeah, the euro, the British pound aligning. Yes, okay, can face a little bit of resistance right now. But then the euro... as well, the euro is definitely by far the dominating pair here. Coming back down towards that range, we have this range, this accumulation. Yeah, we want to see one more rejection one more time. Okay, I've placed my limit order right now. If it comes down, it comes up, it comes up. Hopefully it comes up and we get triggered into our position. My limit order is set at 88.043. My stop loss at 88.099. Take profit is underneath the lows, the New York low, the New York, London, Asian low. So yes, I'm super excited for the V3, guys. I've been really working on it with our team right now. Pretty significant. We're talking about it. We're implementing some stuff here. We're going to release more information about it later. But regardless, you do not want to miss out. Today is going to be the last day where you can still sign up for the V2, which will automatically select you for the V3 already. With the link in Discord. So you have the Get V2 access in Discord. You can sign up through there. After tomorrow, it's done. It's really done. The link will not be active any longer. You'll not be able to buy anything any longer. But potentially we'll keep it open. But the only way you can then apply is still by opening a customer support ticket and message us personally. Okay, we're triggered in our position here. In my opinion, the risk is worth the reward. Due to the fact that we have these equal lows, these lows built up there. I think this is a fantastic target, which when you see this lower low getting taken out right now, coming down, maybe coming up and then seeing that coming down here, I think it's definitely possible, especially with this amount of liquidity here. So in regards to the setup, for me personally, this is the setup that I'm personally looking for. Does it always play out? No. Is it a setup that I always like to take and like to take 100%? That's why crypto went up. It was dumping the dollar. Yes, could have a could be a big deal. I agree. Could be a big part of that. Tomorrow will be even wilder. So be careful with the dollar tomorrow, because tomorrow the dollar can just come back up as fast as it came down today. Okay. Let me get a drink real quick. Be right back. So far we're breaking up. Need to keep a close eye on it right now. Any pullback? You guys know I think what I can do here. If we do not come back up like this straight away. Let's see, we're still reaching this this high, internal high. See how gold it was. Today, 429, 136, 82, 35, 137, minus 113, 204, 156, 188, 258, and I think that was it. This wasn't looking good. No, stopped out straight away. Okay, there was an instant loss here. Could not even personally, reduce my risk of this position. Unfortunately, I'll keep a close eye on it. When it breaks this low, I'm gonna set an alert underneath that low again. If it comes back and it breaks this low, I'm gonna maybe look for re-entry right here and see from there how it goes. So let's add in our wins, our losses. And let's calculate a little bit. Give me 1 second. Okay, done. 12136. BT 258. Okay. Okay, positive. At least that's good. That last trade was unfortunate here, but overall, I like it. I like the overall reaction here. Yes, the only thing is it's just about timing here. So if you see the Euro GBP breaking this low right now after that massive expansion, I will, depending on of course the Euro index, but I will 70% chance that I will re-enter straight away. Only if you do break a low. NX says gold is mad. Let's have a look at gold. But still doing. Yeah. No, gold is absolutely incredible. But it's it could be turning very, very soon here. I think at some point we're gonna come down. So I think that is quite overwhelming here. But I think at some point there is a move that we can come down here eventually. So that high is taken out right now. We've taken out pretty much all the highs within that range, except that last rejection point that was right here. This is where we're at right now. If you go to the 1 hour, you see that rejection. This is kind of the moment when it has to retrace here. Maybe stop loss too tight. No, stop loss was good. Stop loss was good for the EURJPY. No excuses. Stop loss good, in my opinion. I think just if we break that low, we'll probably re-enter, and then I'll try to go with the momentum. Should have not get a drink in the middle of a trade. That's my mistake. Because I could have reduced my risk. Let me see that one more time. If you go back real quick to the EURJPY. Okay. So we filled up that imbalance. That was the first thing that we saw. That was the reason. That's why we entered. That was the main trigger right here. That we filled up that imbalance and then we came down with these equal lows there built up under the London, New York, and Asia session from today. So that was something that we were looking for. So I think for now it has to really break a significant clear low. Will I want to enter again? I know I passed the test for FTMO account, but when I received the funded account, I saw that it's demo. I did not really understand. Because FTMO gives you a simulated account here. They don't probably give you a fully funded account, official funded account yet, but if you make profits, you probably will get paid. I assume that's the case if you pass both phases. Why? Because they can connect you to the backend, and they can connect you to liquidity on the back with like private investors, you know, that type of stuff like that. Let's see. Okay, the dollar right now is making that last move. I'm gonna look at the market just one more time. I'm gonna go through some charts. If I see something very, very attractive, then I'm going for it. Otherwise, I call it a day because profits are profits. And I want to close my day positive here. We are still up around $1,000. So I want to keep it that way. If I see something very, very perfect and everything aligns, of course, it's a different story. But it depends on the timing as well in the market and the volume in the market. Khalid says gold sells. Yeah, gold is indeed now making a turnaround after breaking that high here. However, the dollar is still not there yet. Yes, it's coming up a little bit, but at some point, the question is how far are we going to come back up here right now, and how strong is the dollar at the moment? I think this is quite important to take in consideration when looking at the dollar right now, or looking at gold right now. I have a 10k funded account, but I'm down $100 the past 2 days. Do you have any tips? And could I use your YouTube signals to pass it? So number one answer is, well, I would say first of all, $100 of $10,000 is just 1%, so that's actually completely fine. If that's if that came out of one particular trade, I would say, okay, be careful. Start with like 0.5% and maybe move forward from there. In regards to the question about signals, you can, but in my opinion, you should not count on other people. You should also trade yourself. There is no shortcut in life, my man. Okay? Not always. It's sometimes better to do the hard work. Okay, as well, and profit a little bit on the side if you agree with what I see. Okay, that's like the most important part. Artie says, bye man, thanks for today, and take a look on Discord at tickets when you have time. Sure. Cas is no pain, no gain. That's it. Any setups you guys want me to look at? Let's look at it right now. I know some people were looking at the Dow Jones here, but free fall. Same as gold. The other way around at the beginning. We could have always said yes, perfect. Okay, we could have said, okay, maybe we would have expanded a little bit more with gold. We could have taken the highs, previous highs. If you really want to optimal, really want to lock in the optimal profits at the end. But now looking at it, yes, okay, yeah, it could have been, we could have kept like 20% open. The question is, would have I sold that 20% around there? I'm not that sure. I'm not that sure if I would do that. Marcus says check, Euro Swiss franc. Okay, let's do it. Where can we post a chart on review? In Discord, my man. Everything is happening in Discord right there. You definitely want to join our Discord if you have not been, or if you are not in our Discord yet. Highly recommend you to do so. Okay. Euro Swiss franc here. Okay, 1 hour rejection, a lower low created, starting to look weaker. Swiss franc overall looking good, also from a macro fundamental perspective, looking better than most other currencies at this particular moment. Based on this lower low, yeah, we're starting to get somewhere. In my opinion, right now, if you look on the 1 minute, or yeah, if you look at the 1 minute right here. Sorry, 1 minute. The daily, you see right now that you're coming to a very crucial zone here, which is right around this level right now, and it's also a very strong horizontal support. So even though we look quite bearish, we have this whole level that we need to break right now. And it's going to be not that easy. It's going to take some time, in my opinion. Here, this is the daily area of support right there, right here around this zone as well. Resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. Support here. I trade supply and demand, but I always look at horizontal support and resistance as well. It just gives me an even better, pretty much a better explanation of, okay, where are we at in the market here? And again, look at how important this level is right here. So I never get confused when I zoom in and I see an area of supply or demand, and I'm like, okay, but what about this strong support? A lot of people trade this, right? So therefore, what do I want to see? I want to see a daily closure underneath this level, which is then the 98162. That's what I want to do. Okay, a daily closure underneath that particular zone. If not, you're gonna face some serious support here right now. Okay, and even though the lower time frame look kind of bearish, you see that we still have created a break of structure to the downside here, and a change character to the upside with a higher high. Right there. Okay, that combination is, in my opinion, super important. So yeah, be very aware of this particular area of demand and support. And if you're looking for shorts, then this is definitely not the moment to look for shorts right now. Okay, Cowboy, thank you so much, appreciate it. So keep a close eye on this as well, and also look on the lower time frame right now and look at what kind of liquidity we start to build right now, right here, to the upside. Okay. That's, I think, super important. So be very aware of the higher time frame of the Euro Swiss franc. And I hope that answers your question right here. Adam says, hi, can you analysis gold GJ on the 4 hour? Yes, we can. Let's do two more questions right here. The 4 hour particularly is not the only chart I would like to look at. I would start with the daily. We came into that zone. This was, of course, a rejection point right there. This is where we're right now in. So we came down. Fantastic reaction to the downside. This is beautiful price action in my opinion right now coming down. You know, we have this rejection right here. And we have one a little bit higher. I do like this one a lot. Right there. But I also like that one a little bit higher, which is right here. This is actually the best one. So I would look for looking for a more of a supply and demand SMC kind of setup. Coming down, Japanese yen coming down. Potentially then tap into that zone. Then start looking at like lower time frame setups. From there, this is the 3 hour chart. Look at lower time frame setups. And then take it to the downside here, or potentially coming down, coming up. Tap into that zone and then continue to move to the downside. All lower time frames. So just have a close eye on how we react. Set an alert around the zone here. That's my suggestion for GJ. And then based on that, we have more information from there. So that's indeed a very nice setup. I'm just waiting for it myself as well. I would love to see this getting broken. Potentially getting broken right here, coming back up, and then look on the lower time frame for any setups and execute it from there. I think this is a setup that we could potentially share in Discord as well. If that potentially, if that plays out right here. Okay, last question, let's do it. Crude oil, yes sir, okay. Yeah, we just went over oil real quick. Man, that was an absolute disaster here. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Next zone is just the 70. 70 right here, next zone. In the end, a bunch of liquidity was taken out beforehand. Came back down, now took out the liquidity above. And now coming back down again. Well, usually we need to see if we can then hold here at this moment. Wait for daily area of the month. See if you can find some sort of rejection or reaction. Go to the lower time frame. Start with the 4 hour. Go to the 50 minute. Go to the lower time frame. Look for an execution. Maybe catch a long here and see if you can actually make a move to the upside from there. Because we have created a lower low. We had that massive expansion right here. And we also at the same time bounced from a very, very important area of the month right here. If you zoom out from this perspective or this angle right there, okay, is the close to the 618 here. Oh, actually, sorry, it's this one. This was the lower low that was created. It was my bad. So not close to the 618. It's the close to the 70.5 right there. Okay. So I would wait for that pullback. I think that's important, and also of course wait for the FOMC meeting tomorrow, because tomorrow is already the day where we're gonna come down there, and if we are gonna come down, potentially the 70 is still the most realistic level to look for potential bounce from. First of all, I don't think it's gonna be easy to just break, and I think this is truly important to take into consideration as well. So that's my only thing for the oil right here. Okay, that higher high was nice, and that bounce initially here was great as well. It's actually right from this angle right here. And why is it so important? Well, you have that low right there. Okay, it's actually this zone right here, and it bounced beautifully from it, tapped into that zone, and came back up from there. Okay, so that's how our higher high was created. Now we're gonna come back down, and now potentially you can see for reaction. But again, this is on the daily chart, so you don't want to have any fast conclusions right here. In my opinion, you want to first see how it bounced, how it reacts in the 4 hour, and then you want to scale it down to the lower time frames to look for a potential entry right there. Okay. Okay, guys. Real quick right here. Let me put on our song right now. Yeah, unfortunately, that last one was a loss. Gold was a big win, okay, and I had a pretty big win before it as well. So overall, ended up still very profitable. Overall, it was a good day. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Just here for some extra information right now. I think it's important to mention real quick about what we're currently planning to do right now, because it is coming. Okay, the end is near. We have a premium channel in our Discord right now, where people can join. We had over 1,000 signups over the last couple of months here, just because it was ridiculously cheap, and it was just for us to build a really solid foundation of, traders, a community, build out a fantastic team, and everything related to that as well, and provide them with as much value as possible here to also test it out. Okay, you can still get access to the V2 until tomorrow. Tomorrow we're closed. There is no more way you can enter through the website. The website link will not work anymore. But what is the reason? We're going to move to the V3. Okay, the V3 is going to be a monthly or yearly program. If you are in the V2 though, you get access to the V3 already because you're an early bird, because we have a long-term vision. Right? We're thinking long-term about the community. We have a lot of beautiful things coming, and we're not here to just take part. We're here to take over, right? We're doing the long-term game here, so we're here to be here for the next coming years, okay? So if you're in and you were with me here from the beginning, then this is your chance to get it, all right? That's why, one more time, how to join. go to Discord, go to the Get V2 Access and sign up through that link right there. If you don't want to do it, the last thing you can look for is pretty much the following. You can actually still sign up, or for the next couple of days, 3-4 days after this. But the only way to do it is to open a customer support ticket, and that's it. Okay, so you have to open a ticket. If you really cannot do it today, you have a couple more days to figure it out, but the link will not work any longer, right? Private live stream, potential signal group comes in, and a couple more other things that I can tell you about. Plus, of course, the education that will be massively improved over time as well, as at the same time. So, I mean, what else do you want? What else do you want? Thank you so much today. I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys still made a little bit of profit here. Sorry for the last trade. Unfortunately, part of the game though. But yeah, gold was a massive banger. So overall, we ended up with a big win. I'm excited to come back tomorrow. Hope you guys like what I do. I'm going to show you a little bit more about my life in general here. Bought a new house here in Bali. We're reconstructing it right now completely. So we're just moving. Very hectic, but still, I'm gonna make sure that I do not miss out on any fucking stream. Okay? Thank you guys so much. See you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.